Hey everyone, and welcome. Today, we're going to dive into two things we absolutely can't live without: water and energy. Think of this as the ultimate guide to saving them, because let's be real, how we handle these resources is going to define our future.
But first, let's just get right to it with a big question. Are we taking our most vital resources for granted? I mean, really think about that. The truth is, water and energy are, well, precious. And our source material puts it perfectly. Conserving them isn't an option anymore, it's an inescapable necessity. So today we're going to explore exactly why that is, and this is the important part, what we can actually do about it. Okay, so let's start with the scale of the problem. We're kicking off with Section 1, our thirsty, hungry planet. This is all about understanding the massive strain we're putting on our world. The pressure is coming at us from all sides. Our population is booming, which means more demand. At the same time, climate change is messing with our supply. Then you throw in huge industrial and farming operations, and yeah, the bottom line is pretty clear. We're getting to a point where there just isn't enough water to go around. Now, I know that's a huge, kind of scary big picture, but here's the good news. The solutions can start really small, like right in our own homes. And that brings us perfectly to Section 2, saving water at home. According to everything we've looked at, the absolute best place to start making a difference is right where you live. So let's take a little tour, and we're going to start in a place that uses a surprising amount of water: the bathroom. Okay, here are 4 super simple changes that have a huge impact. First up, fix those leaks. That little drip, drip, drip from a tap, it can waste thousands of gallons a year. No joke. Second, flush smart. If you can, get a water-efficient toilet. Then there are the everyday habits, right? Turn off the tap when you're brushing your teeth. And try taking shorter showers. The source even suggests turning the water off while you're soaping up. They're all small changes, but they add up to massive savings.
But the mission doesn't stop at the bathroom door. Let's head into the kitchen, another spot where we use a ton of water, often without even realizing it.
So the key here is just being mindful. Instead of letting the tap run while you wash dishes, maybe fill up a basin. Use just enough water to rinse your veggies. And here's a brilliant little hack from the source. You can actually install a small shower head on your kitchen sink to cut down the flow. Oh, and one more thing. Keep an eye on your water bill. Seriously, it's one of the best ways to catch a hidden leak you'd never see otherwise.
All right, so we've tackled our personal habits. But what about the bigger picture? This brings us to Section 3, where we look at solutions that go beyond the faucet.
Let's talk about an idea that's as old as civilization itself, but is more important now than ever: rainwater harvesting. It's pretty much exactly what it sounds like. We're talking about collecting and storing rainwater to use later, instead of just letting all that perfectly good water run down the drain. And this is why it's such a game changer. Just look at these benefits. It helps stop our groundwater levels from dropping. It actually improves the water quality in our natural underground reservoirs. It reduces soil erosion. The list goes on. But my favorite point from the source, it says this inculcates a culture of conservation. I love that. It totally changes how we think about and value every single drop of water. And it's not a one-size-fits-all thing either. You've got ground catchment systems, which are great for more rural areas. Then there's roof catchment, perfect for pretty much any house or building. You just channel water from your roof into a tank. Simple. And there are even more advanced methods, like subsurface dikes, which are basically underground walls to help manage groundwater. It just goes to show there's a harvesting method for almost any situation.
Of course, this isn't all on us as individuals. This slide is a great reminder that our water utilities have a massive part to play. We're talking about things like accurate metering, hunting down leaks across their huge networks, and running public education campaigns. It all has to work together. Okay, we've gone deep on water. Now let's pivot to its equally vital partner: energy. This brings us to Section 4, rethinking our energy use. When it comes to energy, so much of it boils down to the simple choices we make every single day. It's the choice between leaving the lights on or flipping the switch. It's sticking with old energy-guzzling appliances versus upgrading to efficient models like CFLs and LEDs. And it's choosing to take public transport instead of driving alone. These might feel like small things, but they are fundamental shifts that really, really add up. Individual actions are absolutely key, but just like with water, the future also depends on some big, innovative ideas. And that brings us to our final section: powering a smarter future. First up, the absolute powerhouse in the sky:
Solar energy. The source material defines it as renewable energy from the sun's electromagnetic waves. We can use it for heating or, and this is the cool part, convert it directly into electricity with photovoltaic cells. The best part? It's predictable, it's clean, and it produces zero greenhouse gases. It's a win-win-win. Next up, wind energy. It's really just air in motion, all caused by the uneven heating of our planet. And those giant wind turbines, they're incredible machines that just grab the kinetic energy from the wind and turn it straight into clean, powerful electricity. And finally, an energy source you might not think of right away, biogas. Basically, it's a mix of gases you get when organic stuff, we're talking agricultural waste, manure, even sewage, breaks down without any oxygen around. It literally turns waste into a valuable resource you can use for cooking, heating, or making electricity. Talk about the ultimate form of recycling. As we start to wrap this up, I want to leave you with this really powerful thought, straight from our source material. Water conservation should not be considered an option any longer, but is an inescapable necessity. Current circumstances require our full attention if we hope to thrive as a civilization. Wow, that really puts everything into perspective, doesn't it? Because in the end, it all starts with us. We've looked at the problems and we've looked at the solutions, from our own bathrooms to huge global technologies. So that brings us to the final and maybe the most important question of all. After hearing all this, what's one small change you're going to make today?